Hello everybody, welcome to Swiss Draft. I'm Randy. Voice Talker, I haven't played with this in a draft yet. It seems fun. With Unsummon, it looks like we get more value. Trigger the effect, bounce to our hand, but bounce theirs to the library. So we can look out for that. And plus it's only a reasonable blue card in here. Scroll Thief would be a good table, but might be a little weak. Along with the rest of this pack, Tendon Knight, Rummaging Goblin, Ring, Crusader, they're all decent. Nothing mind-blowing. Void Stalker's fine. Blue-black. I think that's a powerful duo. Knight of Infamy is a house. And maybe these people aren't hip to Cower and Fear. Maybe that tables. Hopefully a Divination gets around to us, but here we're taking Knight. Pretty easy, I think. And what do we get? A Battle of Wits. I think we're just taking Essence Drain. Blue's not that strong. Again, I want a Divination to table, as I want all my drafts. But having a third pick Essence Drain is just fine by me. And what do we get? Fog Bank, a Blood Hunter Bat, Dustman Prowler. Oh, pretty good. I like the quantity of blue and black cards in this pack. I think Blood Hunter Bat is better in most instances than Fog Bank. Fog Bank's such an annoying card for other decks, though. But I think I just gotta take Blood Hunter Bat. It doesn't put us purely on a defensive late game strategy, and it's pretty much always a good card. Again, another good target with Unsummon, if we happen to find one. Or two or three. Sleep! Still Attended Knight, Dusting Worm. But Sleep is pretty bomb worthy. That's a good card to see late. So it feels like we're in a pretty good color combination. Getting past a lot of good cards. Is this our opening pack? I don't think it was. Scroll Thief, pretty good card to get here. The other option is a Giant Scorpion. What do I want more? Maybe I want the Giant Scorpion. Scroll Thief's a little hard to get in at times. We do have Sleep and a decent removal spell, and we have an Exalted trigger so far. I think I want Scroll Thief. I think if we get more Exalted, Scroll Thief's going to be a lot better than Giant Scorpion. And I'd rather be a proactive, aggressive deck than a defensive Giant Scorpion deck. I like Giant Scorpion better in green-black when you have Prey Upon and groovy cards like that. In blue-black, I think I'll take the Scroll Thief in most instances. Negate's a little undervalued. It's a pretty good card. A nice trick. Ravenous Rats doesn't thrill me, typically. So I think I'm going to take the anti-removal card and counter all those troublesome planeswalkers we come across. But here, I'll take Ravenous Rats. I like it a little more than a 6-drop Harbor Serpent, which you can always pick up. When in doubt, take the 2-drop. And we can go diversify our turn 3 threats, which might not be bad. But I want to pick up more exalted creatures, some duty-bound deads and whatnot, and I think I'm going to want Scroll Thief. Giant Scorpion's a nice defensive card. Kills a lot of big troublesome shit, but hopefully we'll have flyers for late game. Or just mad exalted. Ooh, damn it. I want that divination, but this late mark is calling to me. Yeah, I gotta take mark here. Especially if we're trying to pick a more exalted. Late Arbor L2. I do like divination. I want one. And our divination from this pack did not table. Could just hate the spiked Bailoff, but he's never too big a deal. Let's take Index. We'd have one shuffle effect. Or I could take a Merfolk. No. Take Index. Probably won't play it. Merfolk. I suppose that Disentomb would have been probably a better pick here than a Merfolk. I got a Mind Sculpt. That's sweet. I always feel better when I have at least one divination, but this mark's gonna pull so much more weight. Well, look there. Double rares. And a public execution. Stuffy Doll he's great. He can hold down the ground so well. And he's a great answer to big green bombs and other crap. As long as they don't have trample. I think I'd take Stuffy Doll. Public execution would be nice. But Stuffy Doll's rare. And he's cool. Arctic Aven. Haven Squire, Windrake, Knight of Glory. All the great blue-white cards I love so much. Do we just take the Shade? Actually, I think I'm going to take Windrake. I'd like another flyer. And Shade's never impressed me too much. In fact, I'm going to take Arctic Haven. It serves basically the same purpose as Windrake, but it also denies other people that good card. And we can always throw in a one of planes or so. Alright, another Knight of Infamy. Can't really complain about that. Tabling the Crippling Blight would be pretty sweet, I think. There's our Divination, always with a card that we want a little bit more. Yeah, Essence Drain, pretty good. Ring's not a bad option here. We don't have a lot of one drops that we're actually going to play for Dark Favor to really bring the beats early. Hatchling's never that sweet. I think I'm just going to take this Ring of Evos Isle. Get my little hexproof going. A lot of our threats are blue at the moment. Maybe about half. Archaeomancer, there's a good card. I'm always happy to see him. Or is it a her? Looks like a her. Definitely a her. My continuing effort to say the correct gender of the cards in question. It looks like a dude, Merfolk. I think I want another Archaeomancer over a third Essence Drain. It could be crazy, but what else do we have to go with it? Negate. Maybe Mind Sculpt if we play it. I'm sure we'll pick up more. Redirect's also another fine card. I don't like passing awesome black removal like this. Maybe it's better to take that. I like Archaeomancer. If we get Essence Scatters and other sweet shit like that. And then we have Sleep. She just does such a good job. And my old friend Augur Bolus. But Harbor Bandit's pretty clear. We're running on color for it. And him with a Markin of the Vampire. Pretty tough to beat that. What? How does this table? No one's gonna splash a public execution. Are they all just mad, crazy aggro decks? This is all good stuff. Tabling a Giant Scorpion's pretty sweet. But we have two Archaeomancers. This public execution is gonna be pretty awesome in our deck. Alright, got the Windrake to table. I think I want the flyer over the Shade. Shade gets us lands and all that good stuff. It's a nice threat. But I just like the evasive flyer. My one drops magically disappear. A second negate. Maybe for the board. The other option is a Disentomb. Which isn't awful. Yeah, I think I'll take a Disentomb. Raise Dead's fine. Guess I'll hate the one drop. Speaking of 1-drops, I'd like a Duty Bound Dead or two. I think that's the top priority card. Duty Bound in a Knight in a Scroll Thief is pretty strong. I could go for that. Ooh, don't mind. I don't mind a Harbor Serpent. Yep. Probably not a main deck card. Not looking too Mind Sculpty here. I'll keep it up. We have our Chaomancer. Could get some Jace's Phantasms, other cool things. Probably not playing the Harbor Serpent, but keep him up for now. Deck's looking pretty decent. It can always benefit from a murder. Last Big Fog. Wonder if a Turbo Mill type deck is viable in draft. Chaomancer Fog with a Vidalcan and Trancers. Alrighty, pack 3 greets us with a lot of good cards. I hate Shimmy Inspector, but it can lock up games. It's very good in that regard. If we table the Unsummon or the Essence Scatter, I'll be thrilled with either. But we take Shimmy Inspector just because it can steal games sometimes. Okay, so clearly someone must be AFK. Who passes Liliana the Dark? A lot of good cards in here, but in fact, let's do a little price check. I'm curious. Lily, Anna. What is the dark? $7? Wow. Yeah, we'll get her. Every one of these picks has been going to time, so I assume the person to our right must have DC'd or something, because I don't think people pass 7-ticket mythics. But good for us! Okay, there's our Duty Bound Dead. Maybe we get this Ring of Zathor to table, or the Tormented Soul. Either would be pretty good. But Duty Bound Dead, what we were looking for. Happy to find it. Best 1-drop in our deck. Okie dokie, what do we have? Another Sleep, another Mark. I think it's hard to say no to a Sleep. Yeah, we're taking Sleep here. It's that good. Our creature count's already pretty reasonable. Encrust, not as good as Sleep. Mark, debatable. For whatever deck you may be playing. But oh yeah. Double Sleep. Liliana. Duty Bound. Pack 3 is starting off pretty good. Alright, as if another bunch of the other sweet stuff wasn't happening to us. We'll get past Foil Captain of the Watch, which we're not taking. I think the choice is between Sign in Blood, Servant, and Unsummon. And I think I just want the Unsummon. It's really good with Voidstalker. I think, yeah. Servant's also very good, though. So is Sign in Blood. Even Phantasm for a lesser extent. But since we're passing this Phantasm, Mind Sculpt's not making our deck. I think I really just want this Unsummon. Something early for our Chaomancer to interact with. And we have the Voidstalker. Just one of those classic tricks that's always decent. I think Fairy Invaders is what I want. I'm fully finished with Provocateur. It looks so good to me, but it never pans out. Blue Blue-black? Maybe if I had all the Scorpions, but at any rate, Fairy Invaders. That's what we're taking. Alright. That's a pretty late Griff Protector. But I think we just want... Ooh. Double ring? Or maybe just one ring? Regen is a very strong ability. I think I just want the ring. If we can regen any black creature with a mark on it, that locks the game up. Crippling Blight would be pretty decent here, but ring I think just goes better in our deck. Doubtful we'll play both. Probably just play the Zathrid. This Harbor Serpent's not making it. In fact, let's hide a few things. Rabbit Snare, it's not that thrilling. Ooh, Cower and Fear. I think we gotta go Cower and Fear. I'm passing all my sweet draw spells. And I like draw spells a lot. But I'd rather have Divination over Cower or Sign Blood in this deck because of our Archaeomancers. And Cower and Fear just wrecks a lot of decks. It's a very nice piece of removal to have at our disposal. Well, we got the Essence Scatter back. That's pretty good. I really wanted Divination. Maybe I undervalue it. I think my picks over Divination were correct. Maybe I could have had a Sign in Blood, but I like Divination more. I think I took an Archaeomancer over Divination. Definitely took an Archaeomancer over Essence Drain, which I do think was right. I'm very happy with that. Watercourser, pretty good body. We have enough removal where we don't need Encrust. Ooh, Tormented Soul. Nice. That's a great mark target. Veilborn Ghoul's a little better with Liliana. But still not that great. I don't think I'm going to play the Rat. I guess I'll take Ghoul for those long, drawn-out games that we're probably not going to have. Got a Sign of Blood. I like it. And we have Bloodhunter Bat to counteract it. This deck is pretty stacked. We're at 30. The gate's probably going to the side. Maybe cut one of the Arctic Haven. I don't know. There's a lot of goodies in here. It's going to be tough to narrow down. Well, that's not making the cut. Alrighty. Let's see if we can fit all this sweet stuff in here. Ring. So that's 29. Good. I really think there's too many good cards. So let's see where our spells lie. 3 drops a lot of dudes. This looks like we could eliminate a bit of our top end. 17 creatures. I like Mark a lot. Public Execution, our only true legit answer? Well, Essence Scatter. I think we want to get rid of Essence Scatter, keep Public, so we can pee out our hand and deal with their big threats with our late game. We also have Sleep. Counter Fear is going to be a sideboard card, I think. Which could be wrong. Yeah, I'll keep cover for your main deck. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Hmm. We have a lot of 3-drops. I think I'll cut an Arctic Haven. Watercourse is a good ground body. Or we could just play the Scroll Thieves. Ugh. Is this Evasive Drake better than... we got some pretty good Exalted. I like these Scroll Thieves. Could cut Public Execution. We're pretty aggressive, and Essence Train ought to kill most big things. It also goes to the Dome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. As far as rings, Regen's good on its own, but I think we're going to be aggressive enough without it. We have a good removal package. We should be able to maintain board dominance and not need a ring. I guess Sleep does pretty much the same thing as Cower. Could cut our card draw. Puts a nice something new on turn 2. Essence Scatter and Public Execution in the ring. They all feel like they could go in this deck still. I'm not sure on the right picks here. It's where I have a problem where I have too many good cards to play. I could play 16 lands. We do have the one Sign in Blood, but it's double black. Could be hard to hit. I feel like 17 is the way to go with this deck. I have a whole bunch of creatures. Probably cut top end a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like the Archaeomancers a lot. Scroll Thief could be a dead card at times. One's probably plenty. We have other sources of card draw. In fact, we could cut another Scroll Thief for one of these sweet spells. But 15 creatures is a good number to be at. Ugh. Essence Scatter's super good with Archaeomancer. Could eliminate our card draw for an Essence Scatter and just rely on Scroll Thief and the recursion effects of from our Archaeomancers. I like having an Essence Scatter. I think this is how I'm going to go with it. It's very debatable what cards, but our sideboard options are tremendous. So if they're weak to disguise, we can bring more in. Bring in card draw and various removal spells. Gates and Mind Sculpts. Alright. Let's see where we ended up. Let's do color. Dead Split. Did I cut that Sign in Blood? I did. Alright, looks like blue is fine. Well, we have Liliana. I'm gonna go higher black. We have black 1-drops. Alrighty. Looks like we'll try this. Other picks I could make. I'll just go with what I got. Seems fine. I'll see you for round 1.